Day 3, we are back. For those of you who don't know, the iridescent water bottle drive continues. We have crossed 17 cases of water. This is up from 8 yesterday. So thank you to all the people who downloaded, either follow me on Spotify or follow me on YouTube. That's how we got these numbers. So basically, I'll try and show you guys here. I didn't prepare as much this time around, but we got one, yes, one follower on Spotify so far, which is awesome, you know. And honestly, the album hasn't been out long enough for them to give me the full data in terms of how many people listen to the album. So I haven't calculated those numbers yet. But what I can show you here is if I go here and go to here, Spotify, open that up, and turn this on. So on my Spotify page over here, you'll see when I go that I have 33 monthly listeners. That's up from 24. So that means that 9 people ideally checked out the album since I've been pushing the link, which is not a lot, honestly. And honestly, I could chalk that up to the fact that we are giving our consumers and our clients all the options necessary to do their thing. But if we go to about here and look at our follower count right here, we've gone up 1 follower. So that's a case of water. Yay! I need a soundboard. I'll get a soundboard next time. But yeah, round of applause for whoever's following me on Spotify. That's 1 case of water. And then we can also show you guys our subscriptions on YouTube. We dropped a video yesterday for Sweat, which is doing very, very well at this point. We are about 2,000 views, I think, on Sweat, which is a pretty decent drop for me. It's not my best drop, but it's not my worst drop. I'm not mad at that at all whatsoever. But we will bring up our subscriber count here. Come over now. Let's see, how did I do this last time? Dashboard, and then we go to here, and then we go to here. Okay, so window capture. Sorry, I like to talk out loud when I do things. It's going to be, why is this not letting me? Anyways, the point is that we have 1,409 subscribers now currently on YouTube, which is up from yesterday, which was about 107. Sorry, 1407. So we've gone up 2 subscribers, so that's 2 cases of water. Appreciate you guys on that. And then we received an additional 4 downloads. 2 of them were via PayPal. 2 of them were Bandcamp. So thank you guys for reaching out and hitting me up and asking for the link. Also, everybody who's been sharing the videos and sharing the content, that means the world. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about in today's video. The process and importance of engaging with your followers. Even if you don't have a lot of followers or you don't have a lot of fans, it's extremely important to engage with them. You want them to feel valuable and feel worth your time. You know what I'm saying? So when you go and see a comment, whether it's somebody's like, they comment and say, oh, that's dope, or somebody leaves a heart, or somebody shares a post, always go and thank them. Always go leave a comment. Just do it. It's a sign of goodwill. It shows that you appreciate it. And it may not seem like enough or like a lot, but that one move is more important than any numbers, because if you can turn that person supporting you into a hardcore fan, then your conversion rate is going to be higher next time you drop something. And once again, that's what this is all about for me. I'm trying to get the conversions, because yeah, we can rack up website numbers all day and do this and that, but the real thing here is, if even if you're on my website and you're doing this and that, I need you to click play, right? I need you to be able to and consume whatever data I'm giving to you, right? And so with those things in mind, the best way to convert is to keep their interest. So as I said before in yesterday's video, I wrote an entire story with the sole purpose of, oh, there we go. There's the YouTube subscribers for you guys. With the sole purpose of keeping people on the page as long as possible, keeping their interest long as possible. So I wrote it takes like maybe 5 minutes to read the story that I wrote on there. But ideally, the longer you spend on my page, my website, the longer and more likely you are to click on other stuff. And that's the whole point. We want those conversion clicks, right? You guys can go to the website all day, but if you guys aren't clicking on anything, it doesn't mean anything, right? So let's take a look at the website real quick. Let's take a look at our website numbers, because I'm going to reveal to you something, a new trick. It's not even a new trick. It's just what I've been doing on my marketing run. So let me see here. Analytics. Awesome. Let's pop this up real quick. Plat out. All right. So we're looking at our analytics here. And even right now as we speak, someone just hopped in the website in the last couple minutes. Awesome. Appreciate you guys. We hit just today. We are already at 69 hits on our website. Now, if you guys remember in the previous videos, I was telling you guys that my yearly average on pages, on hits, is about 10 hits a day. Right now, we are hitting about 69 hits today alone. So that's 6 times the amount of traffic that my page normally gets. Now, you guys are probably wondering, well, what are you doing to increase this traffic? Well, I will tell you one of the things I did, and that is actually I ran an ad on Facebook. Now, a lot of independent artists frown on running ads because it's like, oh, you're just giving your money to these companies, etc., so forth. But with clever copy and enticing enough video or footage, you can pull people into your website. And I'm willing to show you this right now. Let me get this set up first so I'm not exposing anything. But I'll show you the ad that I'm running right now and show you some of the analytics behind it. And it will justify the numbers on my page right now. You guys will be like, oh, this makes sense. Especially when you know what my goals are, which is conversion. Conversion. I'm trying to convert you people into pressing play and consuming my product, right? That's the whole goal. So that's like the main thing I'm focusing on more than the actual numbers or anything else, because those conversions are how you get your fans. Those clicks are how you get your fans. People will always be like, oh, Jaron, you're able to sell X amount of copies on your last album. You did this on Arizona Kanye. But you don't seem to have a lot of fans. When I go check out your social media, you have less than 5,000 fans on any of your given social media channels. And it's like, yeah, I might have small fan numbers, but my fans are strong. They're loyal. They fuck with me heavy. You know what I'm saying? They'll share my posts. They'll comment. They'll go leave those things. And they'll buy the product. And the buying of the product is the end game, right? So the idea is that you want to convert all these eyes into fans. So let me get into this ad real quick, and I'll show you the back end of this ad just so you can understand why my site is up 600% right now in terms of hits. I'm trying to here we go. All right, so the ad that I'm currently running, I'm trying to make sure I'm not going to expose anything here. All right, so the ad I'm currently running is for this video right here, which is a simple ad. You may have seen it if you've been following me. It's my story, you know. So you can't really hear the music because I got the filter on. But let's look at the insights of this ad real quick. I started running this ad yesterday. Since running this ad and targeting very particular things, and I'll tell you what I targeted, just stay tuned. We've already reached 4,000 people, and this post already has 846 people engaging with it. When we go into the fine details of this ad, we're seeing that 377 people clicked on this ad. And when you click on this ad, it goes directly to my webpage. So let's take a look at this, right? Let's take a look at the analytics over the last couple days, just off that first screen. So currently, it says 56 here, but that's not quite accurate. Let's go here, go to today. We had 69 users just today alone, right? Yesterday, we had 34, right? The day before, this is when we started running the ad. And yeah, so now we're actually 69. So one thing that's actually interesting about all these analytical data is that it gives you extensive information here. On here, it will tell you exactly where they clicked on, right? The number of people who clicked on them. They'll tell you exactly where these clicks are coming from. If you click on location overview over here, you can see where all my clicks come from. And yesterday's video, I was telling you guys, like, oh, I got a lot of fans in these areas. I'm seeing on my map that I haven't even activated these areas yet. But this is also just for this past, yeah. So, yeah, so certain areas aren't even activated yet, right? So I can start targeting Australia. I can start targeting Germany. I can start targeting Italy. I could probably start targeting Brazil. Most of my hits are coming from Canada and the United States, which makes sense. Some in Norway, some in Sweden. That makes sense. The thing about this, though, is that if when it comes to running my ad, knowing that I want to target people overseas, knowing that I want to do this, knowing that I want to do that, we go back to your ad results, and I'll show you this. You guys are getting my ad set, which is, I have one of many, but I'll show you my ad set right here. I think about a couple things when I target my ads. As a hip hop artist, this is just as a hip hop artist, not as a filmmaker or anything else that I do. As a hip hop artist, when I target my ads, I always think about who is popping, who's the most popping dude out right now. Because whoever's the most popping dude out right now is who I should be targeting in terms of my audiences, right? Also, who do I compare myself most to? Like when people hear my music when they talk to me or whatever, they're like, oh, you sound like this, or you sound like that, or you remind me of this, or you remind me of that. That's very important information. Very important information. Also, what artists are attached to the demographic I want to reach the most, which is very critical and will make more sense as I explain this right now, right? So let me blow this up real quick and go to about here. And you will see on my ad set, I dropped about $50 on this ad, and I decided to target Cardi B. And you'll ask me why did I target Cardi B? Cardi B just dropped a single. She just dropped a single literally 2 days ago. She is popping right now. Doesn't even matter what you think about that single, right? It's just the fact that she dropped it. People are looking for Cardi B. Her fans are now activated. Her fans are now feeling some type of way, right? They're activated. So I'll try to make this look better. So her fans are activated. The Barty gang is out and about. So I'm targeting Cardi B on my ad. She's the first person I put on here. Denzel Curry. Now, the reason why I targeted Denzel Curry is because I know that, one, I really enjoy his music in terms of what he talks about and what he raps about, but his target audience is the audience that I want. Meaning that people from the ages of, 16 all the way up to my age, 38. That's a juicy target audience in the hip hop world that I really want to hit, right? Wiz Khalifa. Now, Wiz Khalifa's not crazy popping right now, right? Wiz Khalifa's not out here crushing it on a #1 album tip, but a lot of people, when they hear my music and they talk to me and they give me feedback on my songs, they say that I sound like Wiz Khalifa. Now, I may not agree with this. I don't necessarily agree with this, but if people are telling me this, I have to keep this in mind when I'm targeting my ads. So I put Wiz Khalifa on there. Kanye West. As you guys know, I'm a massive Kanye West fan. The audience that I want to attract the most are going to be fans of Kanye West's music. They're going to appreciate Kanye West music. And Kanye West actually has a very wide audience and range in terms of people who mess with him, all the way from 13-year-olds all the way up to 65 years old. But my target range is going to be in that sweet spot, right? Between 18 and 45. That's that sweet spot. I also have music videos on here. Music videos is an obvious choice because so that's actually something I need to show you, but I'll show you in the back end. When you click on this ad, it goes directly to my homepage. I added the video for Sweat on the homepage. So if you go to jaron.com, clickety clack, click, click. Shit pops up, see that? Boom, bow, right there. You got the video for Sweat right there. So chances are, if a person clicks on this link and they go to the website, they might click on this because I tell them to. But if they keep scrolling, they're gonna see the music video and they're gonna see the Spotify links. Now, I care less about the Spotify. I care more about the music video because, once again, my main goal here is converting people over to new fans, right? So the Spotify music is not going to do that and not going to be as enticing as a strong music video. If you mess with the video, you're going to have a visual cue alongside of your the audio cue that's going to make you a little bit more, oh, this is interesting type of stuff. So Going back to my ad set, that's not the right one. Ad set, music videos, obvious one. Kid Cudi. I have Kid Cudi on here for a variety of reasons because Kid Cudi is probably the most compared I am to other artists. Like when people hear my music and they tell me what I sound like, people will tell me that I sound like Kid Cudi. They're like, you sound like Kid Cudi, you're Kid Cudi. Fine. This is a comparison I didn't really want to accept for the longest time because I was like, well, I don't think I sound like Kid Cudi. But people keep telling me this. And if you keep telling me this, these are things that you have to consider. So I'm targeting Kid Cudi. Plus, on the other side of it, Kid Cudi's popping right now. He just announced a world tour. So now in the SEO and the algorithm, he's fresh. So people who are clicking on Kid Cudi's content, the algorithm on Facebook is gonna attach the ads to them, right? Kind of the same thing with Kendrick Lamar, in the sense that with Kendrick Lamar, he just dropped a project. He's popping in the news right now. People are clicking on his name. People are clicking on his ads. So I want to be a part of that algorithm. I want to be a part of that same flow because if people are who are interested in Kendrick Lamar are the same target audience that I want to be a part of that mix when those ads pop up, right? Childish Gambino, that's kind of a given. It's kind of the same reason as Kanye West, but I compare myself personally. When I compare myself and listen to my own content, I compare myself most to Childish Gambino and Donald Glover. And so for me in my head, I want to co-opt all those fans. I want all the Donald Glover and Childish Gambino fans I can get. So I'm targeting Childish Gambino. Beyonce just dropped a single. Beyonce has a massive, engaging fan base. Now, with Beyonce, I'm not necessarily making Beyonce type music, but I do know that at least demographically speaking, when it comes to females and males, they might click on my post just because of how interesting the ad is, right? I'm not expecting to convert the Bayhive into the Star Kids. That's not my goal here. But I'm trying to get interest. I'm trying to get those numbers up for the hopes of better conversion. And last but not least, which is probably the one that probably makes the least amount of sense to you all, but I'm going to explain, is Logic. Logic's fan base is rabid. Now, he may have fallen off over the last couple of years. People call him corny, et cetera, so forth, whatever you believe in. But the thing about Logic is that his fans are activated. Similar to an artist like Eminem, similar to an artist like, I don't know, even Kanye West fans. Logic's fans will come out. They'll pop out. And I'm spitting a couple bars on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing my thing. The beats are fresh. We're doing our thing on here. I think, personally, that targeting Logic fans will benefit me. As far as the locations, this varies, and I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but for this particular ad set, I decided to target some of the bigger cities in the United States. So, LA, Miami, Seattle, Brooklyn, Tennessee, Austin, Texas, Florida. I try to target some of the bigger cities in the country. I could get a lot more detail with the ad set. Even here, I have Tucson. I picked Tucson because I'm from Tucson, so it makes sense. I have a lot of fans down there who will see that ad and be, oh shit. So that makes sense. But these are things that you have to think about. Using the combination of this data with a combination of your analytics, like knowing that I have a couple listeners in Sweden right now, I might want to put Sweden on this list and target some people in Sweden, right? Because I know for a fact that at least 2 people in Sweden are interested in my music. So why not see who else is? That's how you kind of use the analytics to your advantage to give yourself an upper edge in terms of how you target yourself and how you point yourself. Even during this last conversation, we've gotten two hits, and I guarantee you, if I look at the real-time report, I do believe they actually tell you where these hits are coming from. Let me see. I'll have to do this in another video, but I do believe that when you go in there, it will tell you like, yo, all these hits come from Facebook, all these hits are coming from Twitter, these are the people that are Googling you, these are the people who saw you on Facebook, etc. So forth. All that data is there, and knowing all that data just helps you so much more in marketing. Just knowing where your clicks are coming from, knowing who's doing this and who's doing that, listening to your fans when they give you feedback on your music, take that to heart. If so-and-so says, oh, you sound like this or you sound like that, take that to heart. Don't get offended by it. Be like, all right, cool. So when I go and target these ads, I'm going to target so-and-so because this person said that I sound like so-and-so. And if he thinks that and he's a fan of so-and-so, then why would others not think that as well, right? So these are things you got to think about. So I think this is actually a great place to end this video right now. Tomorrow, I think we'll talk a little bit more about how I'm planning on pushing the Spark video. And I'll show you something on this real quick. For the video for Spark, we dropped the video yesterday and we pushed it on Twitter and we pushed it on Facebook, and I believe I put it in the mailing list as well. I have to double check that. But off that drop alone, we pulled in a solid amount of numbers to where, let me see here, blow this up a little bit, do that. If you look at this real quick, you'll see that we pulled in almost 2,000 views on the drop. And like I said, as I said before, a lot of this comes from the ads that we're running, the amount of a little bit of hype that I was able to generate amongst my fans, and being on Twitter, reaching out to new people. These are the techniques that I use to get those numbers up. But what I'm going to show you next video, which is kind of similar to this video, I'm going to show you how to run YouTube ads. Now, a lot of things have changed over the last couple of months, but I might have to do a little bit of research before I dive deep into the videos to make sure that the information I'm giving you is accurate. But even with the YouTube ads, one of the dopest things that they had that they may have taken away, but I'll have to check when we run this and we'll do this real time, is that you have the ability. First of all, there's no time limit or time frame on the length of the ad that you can run. As long as the video is out on YouTube, you can run it as an ad. It could be a 30-minute video if you want to. You can run a 30-minute ad. Now, will someone watch a 30-minute ad if they're trying to watch Cardi B's new video? No, they won't. They're going to click skip. But you can put your full entire music video, at least previously, in front of any video you want that is ad eligible on YouTube. Really think about that for a second. You can put your music video in front of any video that is ad eligible on YouTube. Which means, for example, if and when Cardi B decides to drop a video for her new single, Hot-ish, featuring Kanye West, who's one of my targets, and I was about to say Kayvon, Lil Durk, right? If there's a video for that, I would be remiss to not put my ad or my music video in front of that video, and making sure that those first couple of seconds of that video are popping. Because if you do that correctly, first of all, we know that Cardi B's next video is going to have millions of views. It doesn't even matter how good it is, right? We just know that when that video drops, it's going to do millions of views. So you want to do right by that and making sure that if you're going to run ads on YouTube, that your video is in front of that. And I'll show you some of this on the back end once I get it all set up and make sure that it's still possible. But you can target any artist that you want to, any genre, any demographic. The extensiveness of the YouTube/Google ad is probably the most robust out of any site that I've seen so far, to where you can target people on YouTube based on the type of phone that they have, how much money they make, all kinds of stuff. So, and we'll get into that. But anyways, I appreciate you guys watching. Everybody who has checked out the album so far. Tomorrow I will also have updated Spotify numbers, and I'll show you some of my data on that as well. But I appreciate you guys watching. Like I said before, all these cases of water, as you see right now, there are 17 cases of water so far. I appreciate you, every single one of them. My goal for that is to try to hit like 80 cases, at least in this first initial blip. Because if we can hit 80 cases, I'm just going to say fuck it and buy a pallet of water bottles and send them directly to Soul Revival. So you guys can help me out on that. If you're watching this video, wherever you're watching it, whether it's Facebook or on YouTube or whatever, just go ahead and click the links. Click the links and check out the stuff. And stay tuned tomorrow, because we're going every day on these videos until about the 15th. We're doing a 15-day rollout showing you guys some stuff. We're also going to be shooting a music video later today, so I might be able to sneak in a little bit of behind the scenes footage of that and other cool stuff. Just watch. Subscribe to the page. The easiest way to help out in the situation would be just to subscribe to the page. Every subscriber on YouTube, we're doing a case of water. So if you're watching this on YouTube right now and you're like, man, I don't want to listen to this dude's terrible music, fine, subscribe to the page. That helps. You can subscribe, stay there for a week, and then unsubscribe. That's fine. I wouldn't suggest that you do that, but you can do that, and I'd be cool with that. So consider that. Thanks for helping out. Thanks for watching, guys. I love you guys. Be safe. Wash your hands. Shout out to my star kids. Stay safe.